Good morning. Hope you're having a good week. Yesterday we had a good day in the markets. So let's dive right into the start. Let's start with the big picture today. Zoom out together. All right. So big picture, uh, markets have been in a range, and the headlines have been dominated by what's going on in the Middle East right now. We traded Friday, energy companies, uh, oil, gold, and all of that has pulled back since yeah, it pulled back yesterday, and we still have a lot of headlines around what's going on. So I'm keeping the energy stocks on watch. Okay, the market is as of right now, since it's ranging. What I'm looking at is taking advantage of the daily drivers, right? So we have the Nvidias, the PLTRs, et cetera, of the world, and I'm looking at the plays that are related to tech, quantum, AI, and taking advantage of those legs, and then whatever else pops up on the scan and runs. So yesterday, what happened at the open? We talked about in our pre-market call. We talked about quantum, QUBT, RGTI, QBTS. All of them didn't move like QUBT did, but this one actually ran. This one actually ran up quite a bit yesterday from 17 to at the close about $21. So that's from the open to close about 24%. So really good gains on QUBT. Out the gate, it pops, pulls back, simple setup, classical setup, and that one runs for multiple R. All right. So this one, out of all the names in the quantum basket, it benefited from uh, earnings forecasts, an analyst upgrade, and we have more catalysts like this morning. D-Wave puts down roots. All right, so D-Wave is QBTS. All right, so that's good. So these headlines around quantum are helping the entire basket, and then when each one I'm looking at for their own catalyst, and that will help those particular stocks go bullish. So I have one screen dedicated to quantum, QBTS, RGTI, QUBT, etc. They're all on one chart layout here on one of my screens, and then I look at which one is running the most. So some people called the QUBT move yesterday in our group. Okay, all right. Now, so that's the quantum names. What about energy? So if we look at we took advantage of HUSA, RBNE, uh, and others on Friday, and this one post market yesterday in the evening popped, and I think a lot of that is due to what's going on in the headlines. So I'm keeping that in that right there is an indication of what may come if we pulled back. We have consolidation right here. Not much volume yet, but if we do pop, we may have some more trading on those names. So I'm keeping a dedicated watch list up for HUSA, RBNE, these names, mainly HUSA and RBNE. Those really paid out on Friday, but sometimes you'll have one of these others will pop. So if you look at the energy ETF, what we see is we see that it popped up yesterday, and it's holding up pretty well. So interest there. We'll see what happens. All right. Now, everything else is scan. Okay. All right. So there's a few names that popped up. I won't discuss everything unless it looks to be active. I have a few things here that I'll just keep on watch. SATS was a good one yesterday. Had a good catalyst. They had a battle with FCC, and the White House stepped in. So this one, it's on the higher range of the $20 price range if you're trading small caps, but this one may could potentially continue just based off of the strength of the catalyst. So I'm setting alarms on that one, and talked about QUBT. All right, Texas Metals. This one. All right, so you see, this one has been trending. It's been in our game plan several times for different reasons. But yeah, ACXP. I'll talk about it in just a second. Did it run back up? Nope. Okay, so I'll talk about that one in just a second. TMC. This one popped yesterday, pulled back, ran all day, and now it's in a range, just right at yesterday's high. So we'll see if this one continues or if it pulls back for a higher low on the higher time frame. Okay. All right. This morning. So ACXP gave several legs here for scalps, and then I tried a few smaller risk here, trying to see if it was going to run on a breakout here. So it started to slow, but the beginning legs worked out fairly well, and several breakout trades, momentum trades. So ACXP, this one, it doesn't show it here, but we look at, they announced phase 2. Yeah, phase 2 data results. So that's the catalyst there on ACXP. So that one may run, or as you all know, the life cycle of these small cap stocks, we have that front side move, and then it could sell off, or it can run for more gains. So keeping an eye on ACXP, that one. All right. We had a few others that popped up on the scan. Ciro, no catalyst here. This one popped. So don't want to get too aggressive on these that pop. I mean, the tape wasn't really interesting. No clear imbalances there. Another one that just popped, FGL. This one looked promising, and actually I got in here and got stopped out. The tape looked decent for this one. So pushes started to consolidate. I didn't do anything here, but as we held here before this happened, here this looked like it could have worked. So small size there, decent. I mean, catalyst was just okay, So what I'm looking for though is ECSA just showed up 50 cents. What's going on here? Process pharmaceutical signs binding term sheet, guarantee intact, exclusive option to license phase 2. Okay, so this is a licensing situation. So we'll see how that one shapes up, if it offers any entry points or not. Consolidation, pullback. We'll see. Another lower price name like ACXP. So we'll throw that on. We'll see what happens there. All right. Okay. So 2 names that I'm watching from yesterday. SRM. This one really ran. This was the long of the day, actually. It was here. It had some trades, pre-market, VWAP reclaim, some trades, VWAP trade. Then this consolidation here. I think we took this together on our call. We had our live call a little bit later in the day. This consolidation here, and then the break. This is what we were looking for here. And then I think I dropped off of our live call right when this happened, maybe like right before, so maybe around here. And then just kept watching, and boom. This one was just an explosion there. So this one has held up very well, and it is actually right beneath, trading right underneath the top of day yesterday. So opened up, pulled down. So we'll see if what it does. This one, crypto related catalyst, and SBET. SBET also took this one here. We traded this. I wasn't here, and then as soon as I came back to the desk, I jumped on, saw the reclaim of VWAP, price push, VWAP trade, pulled back, range here, took the breakout, and then from there we had some more trades here and scaling out. And then that one that's the high of day, pushed back up to the high of day, and now it's just pretty much ranging at the high of day, consolidating at the highs. So that's another one that could potentially run. Okay. All right. So quantum AI, energy, and then just a few names from yesterday that ran, and then we'll be looking at we'll be watching the scan here to see what else pops up. There's nothing I can do with this one for my particular trading style until I get strong enough consolidation. So I'm just waiting. I don't want to chase enter up here and then it just melts, So we'll see what happens on that one. And ACXP, what is that doing? Let me look at it. All right, yeah, still. Again, that one could go. Now we need to. It's done its pre-market play. Now we need to see what at the open, if it gives us a setup. All right, talk to me. What are y'all looking at? What are y'all looking at? What are y'all looking at besides what I talked about here? All right, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome everybody. What you got? What you got? So let's see what this does. PCSA. Let's look at the indices. Sure. Yeah. Let's see. We got to give it. I'm going to give it some time to shape up. See what we got. If you look at, this is a catalyst that, will give us a run, maybe a day or two, if it does. So I'm just patient. Yeah, NDIO is one of the energy names. So anything in that basket. So you can take a look at that. Anything in that basket. What I do is I look at relative volume across the names, price action, see which one gives the best setup, and then attack that one. Y'all are on track. Y'all are on track. All right, take a look at indices real quick. Just taking a moment to read this one real quick. All right. Okay, so looking at indices, I mentioned that this is the day when we started to drop because of the what's going on in the Middle East, and it looks like the markets have absorbed those headlines fairly well. So we're trading in a range right now. So we need another. I think we need another catalyst to take us out. So look at Nvidia. These have all just been just kind of trading a lot higher after that dip. Elon's break, the meltdown that they had, him and Trump online. So I wouldn't be just outright trying to short. I'd actually be just trying to see if we do sink, maybe catching a pullback higher. That's mainly what I'd be looking for. But I think this is UNH. Yeah, everything is either riding against resistance or support. Yeah, I think it's all reactive right now, not directional. It's just okay. When the market opens, what are we getting? Is price pulling back into support for a reversion trade, or is price giving you, a break of structure here for maybe a little pullback, and you take the other side of it? We may trade within this range right now, in summary, on the indices, the range that we see on Qs and SPY. So yeah, if you're trading, I'd just be looking to trade if it dips, looking for reversion right now, unless it breaks the support levels. All right. Okay. All right. Let's get to it, y'all. What else you got? Let me see. Look at the comments. All right. Verve, TRNR, do you think one is going to make a move? All right. TRNR wasn't on my radar. Let me look and see what's going on with it. Okay. Nothing for me on TRNR. Verve. I was looking at Verve earlier, and I set alarms here. You can see them. That one is on the back burner. I think what's here is so in this acquisition deal here, drug maker will launch a tender offer to acquire all shares of Verge for $10.50 and plus an additional $3 per share in contingent payments. Okay, so the reason why I hadn't mentioned Verve is because from here to here, that $10 that acquisition cost is already built in. We would have had to catch it. Would have had to catch the catalyst here when price was lower yesterday. So this is sort of like what was it from yesterday? We had a stock like this yesterday that we talked about. So that's the only thing. It's already that $10.50 a share is already it's already surpassed that amount, and then $3 is contingent, so it's not guaranteed. So we'll see. I have alarms set to see if it's going to trade up a little bit more, an additional $3. So that'd be like $13. So yeah, so we'll see what happens on that one. And do you have a course that explains in detail your style of trading? I'm trying to move the stocks, but the stat edge I have on this season not performing in these markets. Yes, I have a detail. Hit the link in the description and book a call to see if it's a good fit for you. Okay. SLRX as well. We talked about that one. I have alarm set here. We'll see if it If it moves, it's pulled back down to post-market high. And so, yeah, we'll see about that one. Okay. Yeah, PCSA we talked about. I'm watching it on my other screen here. And Ciro we talked about as well. These have all faded. So setting alarms here. If they're under VWAP like this, I won't trade them unless they give me a certain pattern. So we'll see. Have alarms set on those. Okay. IMRX as well is one of those that it looked decent at one point and then it faded. So we'd like to see it break levels here. Create new structure. Could trade back up to VWAP. But as of right now, I'd set alarms and see how price change. If volume comes in, then it can change. Yeah. Okay. All right, Amir. Okay. All right, y'all. So hope y'all have a good day. And I will talk to you all later. Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, y'all. Later. Bye-bye. VWAP is just the default setting. Default. So yeah, just I don't use Anchor VWAP or anything like that right now. Just a basic setting. Okay. All right, y'all. Abdul Rafe, I'll have to look into it. And see. But the most important thing there is the amount of opportunities that stocks offer, because I have to look at his risk. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask him if I can do a YouTube breakdown, and a few other students that have had success, and some that have challenges as well. I'll do like kind of like a review of TradeZella of data to show what I do in certain scenarios. So, all right, y'all. Have a great day. Thanks a lot. Y'all kill it today, okay? All right, bye-bye.